Hi, and welcome back to Inspired to Game. My name is Lola, and if you enjoy our content, if you like what you see, please support our channel by subscribing down below. So today I am going to talk to you about my personal most anticipated games of 2023. It was really delicious and fun putting together this list. Before I share it with you, I do want to say that I'm not going to show much for pictures to go along because obviously I don't have any of these games. They're anticipated, so I don't have a lot to share for that. And I'm also not going to go too much in depth of obviously how it plays or too much into what it's about. I want to give you a quick overview, but I will leave you the links down below for the Board Game Geek links, so that if you are interested in anything that you see, you can look up more information there. Without further ado, I'm going to begin with number 10, Aridia, The Paths We Tread. This is a large, beautiful, glorious looking game. It is a 1 to 4 player RPG style campaign game where it's kind of sandbox. The world opens up in front of you. What I really was interested first with this game when I heard about it was that it is a campaign style game, but it doesn't require an app. Now, I want to say clearly, I have no issue with games that require apps. We enjoy Chronicles of Crime. We love Journeys into Middle-earth. It's one of our favorite campaign-style games, and the app really supports it well. Oh, same thing with Mansions for Madness. The app supports it well. It really helps drive play and build up atmosphere as well. But it is nice to have this kind of campaign-style game, but have it old school. No app dependent. It's just the game system there in and of itself. So that said, another thing that's interesting about Aridia is that it has a green legacy component to it. So it is like a legacy game. You will have boxes to open, hidden information, things that unfold during the course of the campaign as you work through it. But unlike most legacy games where the game isn't necessarily resettable easily, usually because there's stickers and things like that. Usually stuff is altered during the process of play. This can be completely reset. So you can play it from the beginning again yourself, or you can give it to somebody else to play from the beginning, and there's no harm there at all. So that's a really nice element of it as well. The artwork looks beautiful. I like how as you progress, your character gets more powerful, you build up your equipment, things like that. It looks like a really fun system that I'm really excited to delve into. That leads me to my next game, Youthia. Now, Youthia is a campaign that came out on Kickstarter last year for the re-release. So it's Youthia Resurrection. It includes the original release Kickstarter campaign with a whole bunch of new materials and components and upgraded stuff. What drew me into this game was the components and the art. The art especially absolutely blew my mind. Beautiful, beautiful artwork for the whole thing. So this is also a campaign style RPG game. It could be played cooperatively, solo, or even competitively, your choice. You also build up your characters. They can get stronger, get materials to fight and do things with. It has a modular tile system that unfolds as you play the game. So this is another big system game that I'm really excited for. Hopefully we'll see it in 2023. My next game is Skyrise. Now, Skyrise, okay, I have to admit, this one pulled on some nostalgic strings for me. It reminded me of, I believe it's Milton Bradley's Hotels. This was a game that I got as a birthday gift when I was just a little girl. I loved it so much. I've always had a passion for miniatures and little things, and of course, games. So it brought in all of that together, and I really loved the game. And when I saw Skyrise, heard that this is coming out, I got very, very excited about it because it brought back that nostalgia. Now, Skyrise is epically far advanced from that old Hotels game, but it has buildings, and it has lots of different buildings. It's a game about architecture and building a cityscape. What's unique about this game is it does have an auction bidding system for putting your cities down, and it looks really quite fantastic. So it is one that I'm really looking forward to in hopefully 2023. The next one that is on my list is Bamboo. Now, this is a game I hadn't even heard of at all until I watched one of my content creator friends' videos the other day, and it was on it, and I thought, this is absolutely gonna make my top 10 because I'm so excited about this game. Bamboo is from the makers of Bitoku, which is one of my top all-time games ever. So I really, really love Bitoku. I love how it plays. I love the peacefulness of it. I love the spiritual component. I love the art is just gorgeous. I love everything about it. So Bamboo is a game where you are building, not building because you don't build it, but where you grow bamboo and harvest for your family to garner happiness points. So that's it in a nutshell. There's more to it, a lot more to it, but that link will be below if you want to learn more about it, because I honestly don't know a lot, but it is on my list. The next on my list is Wild Gardens. Wild Gardens looks like a beautiful, beautiful game. It drew me in from the art. One thing you'll learn is everything's going to draw me in either from the art or the theme right from the start. And then I start looking at mechanics, and from there I decide what games I'm excited for and what things will be good games for myself. Anyway, back to Wild Gardens. Wild Gardens is a game about foraging. So you forage out in the woods, the forest, out in nature anyway, and you gather your ingredients and you make recipes to give to guests. So I've seen some cursory artwork of the board and it looks absolutely lovely. This one is all theme for me because if you've watched our channel before, you might know that I am a herbalist as well and I do forage, and so anything that has a nature theme, anything that has anything about herbs or foraging gets me really, really excited. I love to play things that I love, because I love to play, so playing things that I love. So I'm really excited about this game coming out. It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun and I have heard good things about it. The next on my list is Redwood. Redwood was also one that got me really excited as soon as I saw it. Its artwork is absolutely gorgeous and I love the theme. Redwood is about taking photos. It's about composing photography, nature photography, and wildlife photography in specific. But what's unique about this game is it has a really different mechanism as far as creating these pictures. There are rotating angles to get the right shot. You need to have the proper distances, and it's just a matter of putting it all together and you actually compose the photos within the mechanism of the gameplay. And it's a little bit hard to describe, but if you check out their Kickstarter campaign, and I will link to that as well down below, you can get an idea as it shows the pictures of how the whole thing operates. The artwork is fantastic and it just looks like a really fun nature game. The next game on my list is Unsettled. Now, Unsettled is another game that has come out previous, and a new set in the series has been released through Kickstarter this past year and is being re-released hopefully this year. Unsettled got me super, super excited when I saw it and heard about it. I'm just thinking about their tagline right now: space is hard, try not to die. That gives you a gist of what it's about. So Unsettled is seems to me like this really amazing, unique game idea. Each world, each planet is like its own game. It comes with a whole bunch of different planets that you get to explore and interact with and try to survive. What's really great about it is it's not about going in there guns blazing and fighting everything. It's about solving puzzles and working together to survive, basically. It's about having an open mind, about exploring the world and things bigger than ourselves. So the campaign really, really drew me in. I love space exploration. I love games that have puzzles and things to solve. I love, when you get to think strategically to come up with solutions is kind of my favorite sort of game. So I've been really excited for that one as well. The next on my list is Zoo Tycoon. When I first heard about this one coming out, I wasn't necessarily very excited about it because I'm not a huge fan of video games to board game games. So it is based off of the Microsoft game Zoo Tycoon, where you get to build your own zoo, construct your own zoo. We also have like lots of zoo games already. We've got Ark Nova, and of course New York Zoo, I just cheated by looking at it, but I do love the theme. I love any themes with animals, but I just figured, well, is it going to be too much like Ark Nova? But which I love that game. It was one of my favorites of 2022, so that wouldn't necessarily be a problem. But you don't need two of the same game if that's what it is. But the more I had looked into it, the more I saw, no, it's actually quite different. This was many years in the making as well, even before Ark Nova came out. The artwork of it is exquisite. It has over 200 animal meeples that come with it, and it has nice, complex, thinky, strategic gameplay. So like Ark Nova, it also focuses on conservation. You get to build your zoo, as well as things like additional shops and food stands and things like that. It's much more involved with like actually building your zoo. The next on my list is Trailblazer, the John Muir Trail. This one also grabbed me because of its spectacular art and nature theme. In Trailblazer, you are a backpacker traveling along the trail for about 12 days, which is 12 rounds. You'll be interacting with nature, observing things. You'll have to deal with weather conditions and needing resources and all sorts of things, just dealing with all that comes along your path. Now, my last one that I'm going to present is Unconscious Minds. This is one, I think it is my number one, although all of these games I talked about today are high on my list. It was hard to really put them in any sort of order, but Unconscious Minds I think is my top anticipated one. It is about psychoanalysis and Freud. So you play during that time period. It's a nice thinky strategic game, so it's probably, I think it's one of the heaviest ones on this list. In it, you work with your fellow psychoanalysts to help clients through analyzing their dreams to make their lives better, help heal their traumas and such like that. It includes worker placement. There's multiple rondels that have cascade interactions with each other. It also has engine building component to it. It has the art. It has the design. It's got just about everything, and I actually suspect this might be my number one game of 2023. But we'll see. So all of these games we hope to get next year. Some of them we already have on pledges, and some of them we don't, and we hope that we'll be able to pick them up. But anyway, as we play them, we will make sure to give you reviews to let you know what we think about the games. So thank you for joining along with me today. I would love to hear what your most anticipated games of 2023 are. Please let me know in the comments down below. And thanks a lot for joining. Happy gaming, folks.